Namaste, brothers and sisters. This is the next part of that video, and so yeah, just sharing about myself and my journey, and you know, like really like who I am, and part of this whole video is addressing questions, because I'm open to you know, to exploring you know, answers to these questions. So a question that was sent to me, which I think is a really cool question, is: what does it mean to live in the present and embody your future self? Yeah, I love that question. How amazing is that? Like, I mean, that is the whole kind of like purpose of life, isn't it? I guess for me, it's like realizing that, you know, who I am. I am a multi-dimensional, awakened goddess, and my consciousness is aware and awake on, you know, many different dimensional realms, and yeah, and so that is the remembrance of that. And for me, it's like, you know, realizing that it's like all these different radio, like you're just attuned to these different frequencies, like 5D is a frequency band, and it's a frequency band that runs through all of our consciousness, and it's where we come from. It's like, you know, it's home, and so it's, and we all carry like the codes to create home. And so I guess that is what answers that question. Like, so it's like you're living in the present, and you're really making that commitment to stop indulging in your thoughts. And like, you know, when a thought comes along, and, you know, really believing it, and really, you know, and then like feeling sorry for yourself and all the emotions that come with like believing in your thoughts, then there is just there you know, a commitment has been made to actually to be present, and to choose to focus on the present moment, and you know, feel the carpet underneath your toes, and like, you know, look outside of and you know, hear the birds. But whatever you do, just remember, you will never ever find resolution or solution or contentment in the, you know, in the ego rational mind. You will never ever find that. That there has to, it can only be found in a place of transcendence of that, you know. So like, so that's what it means. Is it's like prioritizing being present, because when you prioritize being present, then you are coming absolutely like 100 wholeheartedly in alignment with your multidimensionality. And that is why I am an awakened, a multidimensional being, because of my commitment to resting as awareness in the present moment. And this is probably the most highest spiritual practice, and it's a practice, and it's a commitment, and no matter how far along your path, you have to keep committing every single day. And I wake up committing to prioritizing the present moment over any thoughts or data streams or emotions or sensations that pass through the vastness of myself. I will choose to prioritize, you know, resting like as awareness for short moments. Yeah, and then when you do that, it's like you tame the tiger. Like, that's what happens. It's good, like, because the, you know, the ego is like, oh, it just wants power, and if you're like, you're not giving it power, you're like, no, I'm present, like, and the ego is so powerful, and it's so seductive, and it just wants to take you out of the present, and it wants to put you in the future, it wants to put you in the past, and wants to throw you all around the shop, and it's just so good at it. And presence is like, I ain't playing. And so, like, you know, so that is self-mastery. It's just about mastery over our mind, over our addiction to indulging in our, you know, in our thoughts, like in our thoughts, in our emotions, in our sensations, because these are all temporary streams of energy. Like, why would you, you know, they're just appearing. It's not who you are. You are the space in which that appears, because anything and everything can appear in the space that which you are. Why are you identifying with that? So yeah, it's a really beautiful like topic for me, because I feel like, you know, that is where I found such a solid connection with my heart and soul, is through the remembrance of my multidimensionality, and to the remembrance that, yeah, really, like, you know, I've had a glimpse, and it's all good, guys. We're really, really, we're really spectacular. Like, we're beyond spectacular. Spectacular doesn't even come close. You know, we are avatars. We are high, angelic, ascended beings. Like, this is a tiny, tiny little aspect, representation, you know. So yeah, it's all about the remembrance of that, and that is the new earth. The new world is like where we are awakened to our multidimensionality, and that's why all of my work is so deeply connected to working with our star brethren, and to being that bridge, being that necessary ground crew, with the earth ground crew, connecting with all of our brothers and sisters, you know, our family, you know, that are in different star systems, different dimensional frequencies, and actually working as a, you know, like together as a unified field of like activating codes of extraordinary transformation. So yeah, that is what's going on, and that is what the new earth and the new world is all about. Like, you know, where we all remember our multidimensionality, and like that we are divine. Like, we are divine. We are God's children, and God, I'll tell you something about God, but God is everything that is the best. How can you describe God? How can I describe God? God is, you know, God is home. So, and we all remember that in the New Earth paradigm. We're like, oh, we remember, oh, we're Earth Angels. That's it, we forgot, but we remember now. We're Earth Angels. We're angels that have appeared on the Earth plane. We're here to spread light and love and community and healing, bringing everyone together, you know, and awakening, bringing that fire of transformation and awakening. Yeah, so I think there's lots and lots of like inspiration for that question, don't you think? I can't remember who asked it to me. That would be really good to know. Who was it who asked me that question? What does it mean to live in the present and embody your future self? So in your future self, you're on a timeline, and your timeline, like as the I am presence, you have access to any timeline. Like any timeline, because you are the I am presence. So you can bring in any timeline. You can attune to the 5th dimensional timeline, you can attune to the 4th dimensional timeline, you can attune to the timeline where you and your beloved are having their wedding ceremony, because it's all timelines. Everything's about timelines, but you can only access the power of the timelines through the present moment. So so that's how you embody your future self, is that you like, you're okay, right, hold a minute, and then you tune into a timeline, and in that timeline you are married to your beloved twin flame. I'm married to my beloved twin flame. Like, that union is happening. And so, like, you know, that's the whole thing of like, we are magical beings, we are multidimensional beings, and like that just links into the whole law of attraction. Is that in the way to manifest your twin flame is to know that your twin flame is like, it's already with you, like, and so like act as if, you know, act as if your beloved twin flame is with you, and, you know, cherish yourself and listen to yourself and bathe yourself and take yourself into really, really good company, and really stay away from that dark energy that is still around on the 3rd dimension, you know, because you've given it a go, but like maybe have a little break from that. And you know, that's like, but you know, realize and be grateful, and that is what self-mastery is, and that is what awakening is. Awakening is like awakening to the knowing that timelines are available in every present moment. So that timeline of sacred union with my beloved twin flame, like that's happening. That's an actual timeline, because that is how, you know, that's how loved I am by God. Like God created it, that, like, you know, or any timeline was available for me, his beloved daughter. It is like any timeline. So I'm like, right, okay, any timeline, I'm having that timeline, and you know, and that is what's going on. Like, you know, but you have to take back your power. But the whole thing about the ego is like made you believe you haven't got any power, but like you have got power. You are almighty, and I see you. I see you. You are almighty. And they don't tell you that at school, but they will one day. And so we have to awaken, you know, and we have to remember that we are almighty. Yeah. So, and that is what being in tune with your future self, you know. It's like, what are you choosing? You are the creator. You are the creator. What are you choosing? I'm choosing to focus on that timeline of whatever I choose, whatever. Like it's there. And, you know, and that is through, that is how you embody your future self, you know. But really, it's like, once you really, really master that, then you experience another death, because, you know, that which is asking even that question just absolutely like dies to the ocean. So and then you realise that, like, you know, you're reminded yet again that there really is no separation. There really, really is no separation, you know, between your future self and your present self. So yeah, it's just awakening to that, and I'm really sorry we've all been lied to. I'm really sorry on the behalf of whoever, you know, perpetuated that lie. Like I'm sorry, and I speak as the Divine Mother, and I hold the Divine Mother frequencies very, very, very strongly, and that, you know, and that my children had to, you know, experience this depth of separation. And so yeah, so it's time to move forward. It's time to move forward. Let's move on to another question. Ascension symptoms, twin flames and ascension. Give either of twin flames in almost religions. What? Okay, what is this? I really hope that my volume's okay. Oh, that's really funny. Okay, so that's really interesting. Oh my God, that's so, that is a synchronicity. So yeah, like, you know, and like, funnily enough, so soul sister Sandra Walters has just popped up on my screen, and like, out of all the teachers out there, she's the only one that I think, like, that I really do connect with. It's like we're singing from the same song sheet, myself and Sandra Walters, and it's come up something, and it's so funny. Like, it's like for me to talk about, by living in the present and embodying the future self, the higher self, Christ itself, galactic self, depending on your soul's intention, you resonate with a primary timeline which traverses dimensions. These higher timelines gain strength as the photonic rays activate, remembering of the ascension process. Oh, I love it. I love that. I thank you for that reminder. Thank you so much. So, like, isn't that amazing? Like, you know, as I'm, you know, making this video, Sister Sandra comes in with this amazing message that I really want to talk about, because this is something that I've thought quite deeply about. So she basically says, by living in the present and embodying the future self, the higher self, Christ itself, galactic self, you resonate with the primary timeline which traverses dimensions. Yes, so your primary timeline, that's right. So the primary timeline is the timeline of physical union with your beloved twin flame, without a shadow of a doubt, because it's union, because that is the timeline of completion. that is the timeline of completion throughout all planes of consciousness, is the timeline of physical union with you and your beloved twin flame. So that is the primary timeline, and it's really wonderful that she's brought that up, you know, because it has to be stated. And then she says, which traverses dimensions? Of course, so this is the fifth dimensional reality. It's all the dimensional realities. Is the reality that you are in union with your beloved twin flame. Like, you are. The sooner you accept it, the happier you're gonna be. Like, because, you know, you are your twin flame. You are your twin flame. I am my twin flame. There we go. We've said it. Of course I am. Why on earth? How could, you know, I mean, yeah, I am, because, you know, I am the masculine and I am the feminine, and I am both. Like, I'm the Trinity. I'm like the masculine and feminine, and I'm like both of them, you know, the child. So, so yeah, so basically that is what's going on. So there's a primary timeline that's being activated. These higher timelines gain strength. Oh, this is connected to the message earlier. These higher timelines gain strength as the photonic rays activate remembering of the ascension process. Yes, Sandra. So you resonate with the primary timeline, which first high timelines gain strength. Yeah, right. Yes, yes, exactly. So as these, like, you know, bombardment of photonic light particles are coming through into the, as we hit these, like, you know, ascension gateways, and these, like, you know, as the waves intensify, yeah, there's just going to be, you know, these are particularly sending forth codes to the primary timelines of the physical unions, and that is, and I'm getting goosebumps, and that is why this conversation is happening, because, you know, like, there is a plan, you know, and I'm sure there are many people that, you know, like, you know if you're, I guess I just want to talk about, like, this whole idea of the 144,000, because, you know, it has been brought up that, you know, that is a kind of like a separatist idea, and I understand that. Like, as I was about, like, you know, I just want to just explore that, you know, and it's not like, but there is, like, even though it doesn't matter, like, it really, really, really doesn't matter about the 144,000. Like, honestly, it truly, truly, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, it is also what is going on, and it is a reality. And but the thing is, it's like, all it is the templates of oneness and of knowing and remembrance, and that is what is going on, basically. So, so yeah, so, you know, we're in this gateway where these twin flame unions are getting turned on, and this means that the divine masculine, all those that are in resistance, their higher self just ain't having it. They ain't having it no more, and so they're going to get supported. This is going to come in from support from the karmic partners, who have also, like, soul contracted to get together with their genuine, bona fide twin flames, divine counterparts. You know, this is what's going on. There is another huge wake-up call, huge gateway happening for the divine masculine consciousness, you know, that is flowing through right now. And so, but it is necessary, I can't say it. It is necessary. Let's pick another card. So yeah, so these photonic rays. So yeah, but, you know, it's like, the message is just brothers, just stop having resistance. Just stop having resistance. Just like, it was just flow with where your higher self is taking you. Your higher self is, you know, really, really assisting you with the mission that you came here to fully co-create on all levels. So really just surrender to the messages, and yeah. Oh, and that's, look, I picked a beautiful card, Family of Light. This is one of my most favourite cards in the whole deck, and it's satiety, and it's like the Ten of Cups, and, you know, it's like total happiness in twin flame union, and but it's, you know, it can only be known by one who has, like, really, like, their ego has died, to the knowing that, you know, that they are a child of God, and God's presence and love will always protect them, you know, regardless of whatever is occurring on the third dimension. And so, you know, and that is what where that level of happiness comes from, like when you surrender to like needing something outside of yourself for happiness. And so, you know, and this is what the Divine Feminine has been doing, you know, is really mastering. But it's kind of like saying that there's going to be a lot of marriages. There's going to be a lot of marriages, guys. I'm realising this, and you know, and I'd like to share with you that I have a strong calling from Spirit that to become a celebrant of twin flame weddings, and I have many visions of me, like, you know, doing like, you know, being a celebrant and being the witness for these next level twin flame marriages. And every time I receive that vision, I see that there's this area in the place wherever it is that we've gathered, where everyone is just crying. Everyone is just like absolutely crying, because it really is a genuine twin flame. Like, and so, you know, there is that place. And yeah, I've been to a few myself, a few of these twin flame weddings, and they're they're really almighty, really almighty. So yeah, this is a really positive sign, brothers and sisters. You know, send love and send blessings to the Divine Masculine. You are. May you hear this song of home, this song of remembrance, and yeah. So that's the card. I'm really glad that we pulled that card, actually. And then the final card is, which I think is perfect, which is the yin yang in the figure of 8, and it says change. So this is you know, a very ominous card that we would pick this at this moment, you know, and it really highlights the fact that this is another huge upgrade portal, brothers and sisters. And I know that we do keep having them, and they are going to continue. But what we need to do is we need to come together to look after each other and to work, and we need to be the ground crew for these waves of ascension that are, you know, and saying, yes, we're awakened, we're anchoring the point, we're anchoring the energy on our grid points, you know, that is our job. And in that place, it's like, yeah, we awaken to our full multidimensionality, and that is where you reach internal satiety. But as it is within, so it is without. And then, you know, as you know, emotional, like, satiety within your very own self, like vibrationally, then you then attract that. But at the time you're attracting it, you've surrendered it. You don't need it. You know, you don't need it. And because you are God's daughter, and you have everything you need within your own consciousness. Everything. You have full connection to all, to the whole. And so, yeah, so change is about for the masculine and feminine, especially for the masculine. And the feminine is being like really just, you know, carry on being patient, you know, like realize that we are all being tested. But we said we could do it. Like, we have to dig deep. Like, think about it, sisters, we have to dig deep. And yeah, that is the message. And know that these choices will bring you everything that you ever prayed for, because you think you're really praying for your twin, but you are not. You are praying for yourself. You are praying for yourself. And when you know yourself, when you connect with yourself, then your twin is automatically there, and it is not the other way around. And yeah, so that is what's going on, brothers and sisters. There's huge change bound for the collective, and I invite many of you to come forward now to take part in this transmission, and I'll make the, you know, the way you join easy underneath this video, because it really is time to extend the tribe. And I really want to say thank you to all the YouTube people that have subscribed in the last well, it's only a few weeks, and it's absolutely amazing. And yeah, thank you so much, and all your comments. I'm really sorry if I can't actually respond to all of them, but I do read all of them, and I really love just like knowing that there's brothers and sisters that, you know, vibrate with this conversation, and you know, it's just a living temple of remembrance. So yeah, so you know, we are being tested, divine feminine, but we are made of steel. Like, we are made of steel, we are made of roses, we are so powerful, and you know, like, we have come here to be the living masters, and if we don't step up and own our living mastery, then the divine masculine has absolutely no hope whatsoever on this planet. You know, we need to have taken that leap and allowed our ego consciousness to die, to surrender to the you know, to the death of addiction, to identifying with that which is of the temporary realm. Yeah. So that's what it's all about, brothers and sisters. You know, and remember the self, and in it, you know, the self is coexisting on the fifth dimensional realm of consciousness. Like, an aspect of her consciousness or your consciousness is alive, well, and functioning. Like, it's like an FM, it's like a radio station, it's like Capital Radio, you know, or Heart FM. It's like, it's happening, you know, 5D consciousness is a frequency band. And so, you know, like, realise that. And in that place, you are all powerful, you are the creator. And what are you creating? What are you creating? That will always be the question I ask to everyone that I ever meet through this work. You know, what are you creating? Are you creating like a moany situation, or are you creating, you know, a vibration of appreciation? Because it's very, very, like, appreciation is very, very tough for the ego, you know, because but yeah, so you have to, the ego is tough, you have to get tougher, and you know, like, and no one will save you, nothing can save you, like, you're nothing, no tablets, no pills, no particular therapies, you know, because there's nothing to be saved, there's no one to be saved, there's no one to be saved. You are divine presence, you are divine presence, you are the eternal radiant sun. That's who you are. And you know, and there may be a few clouds that are obscuring the sun, but that doesn't mean you're not the sun, because you are the sun, and I see you, I see you, and I remember who I am, and I remember who you are, and I am the son, and I am the daughter, and you are the son, and you are the daughter, you know, yeah. So what a beautiful way to share. Like, it's been so amazing. Yeah, these higher timelines gain strength, the photonic rays activate remembering of the ascension process. Yeah, remembering of the ascension process. Exactly, we're remembering the ascension process. You're exactly right, Sandra. that is what's going on, and we're having a conversation about it, like, at last, you know. So yeah, the ascension happens in waves. Happens in waves, brothers and sisters. Of course it does. How could it not? If it didn't, it would completely not. We'd blow a fuse. So we are, you know, us on the front line of this ascension alignment, or God, whatever it is, ascension reality. You know, in that place. Just remember how powerful you are, that you are a creator, you are the creator. So, like, what are you creating? I am creating, like, anything I want. I'm creating anything I want, be that health, wealth, abundance, a new book, miracles, a new house, like divine union on all planes, like, whatever. What are you creating? Because that is why you're here. You are here to co-create. As am I here to co-create. So, there we go, brothers and sisters. I think we've come to the end. I'm going to play you. I'm going to play you a lovely little little song on the old Native American flute. There we go, brothers and sisters. So yeah, it's been really, really beautiful. Thank you. And I'm really open to questions, and yeah, I'm just like going to show up and just be me, and it's all good things, all looking good on the old tarot cards, and it's nice to. I've spent many years like not working with tarot cards or anything like that at all, and but you know, it was such a beautiful part of my life, and I'm really, really happy that, like, you know, these cards are popping up in these readings. Like really spontaneously, and I'm like really happy about that. So thank you all so much for watching, and I send you so much love, and yeah, just divine presence. All is well. Dear ones, I have walked through a series of extremely powerful MP3 activations that have been designed to fast track you into full union with your beloved twin flame. Number 1, meet the 5th dimensional aspect of your twin flame. Number 2, meet and merge in the 0-point field with your twin flame. Number 3, the abundance MP3 activation. Number 4, the self-worth MP3 activation. Number 5, the Magdalene and Yeshua divine union MP3. Number 6, heal and restore the Atlantis timeline. Number 7, the violet waterfall MP3. Number 8, the inner child healing MP3. Number 9, love your physical body reprogramming MP3. Number 10, light language dispensation. Number 11, deep relaxation MP3. Number 12, balancing, giving and receiving. Number 13, reviving the frozen garden of your heart. Number 14, source frequency activation. And number 15, angelic T-cell activation. Thank you so much for watching this video, beloveds. Please like, comment and subscribe. Many blessings to you all.